What is going on? Welcome to Offshore Fishing TV. My name is Matt. Just wanted to do a video, and this is going to be a semi-live video. Short disclaimer. Don't have enough subscribers to go live, so I'm doing a raw video that I'm just going to immediately upload. So whatever comes up, mess ups I'm going to have, they're going to be on there for everybody to enjoy. Want to do a real quick shout out. You new subscribers, I appreciate and am very thankful, and I'd like to thank you for subscribing. Within the last month, I've jumped up about 8 subscribers, which is, I'm stoked, because going from 16 to 24, that's a 50% increase, more or less, and it's pretty pumped about that, especially since I've been slow to try to figure out the world on social media, especially on YouTube. So right now I'm driving. I had a customer on a project we're working on, had some concerns, so I'm going to go try to answer his questions and hopefully resolve some of his questions. But in the meantime, that's why I wanted to take a chance and do this video. The channel is 2 years old today when I created it and decided I was going to try to be a YouTuber / vlogger. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyways, got on story. The story goes, I got on, put a couple of videos on, and didn't have hardly any traffic, so to speak. Also, I will say that I probably didn't do as much content production as I'm trying to do now. With that, I'm trying to collect my thoughts and watch the traffic right now. Apologize. One of the big things I have to say in that time period is I kind of thought I had just set it and forget it, and that's not the case. And I will say that I went into a niche that I am passionate about, but at the time I had more things work-wise going on, and really couldn't focus down on, or didn't realize how much focused I needed to be on the niche that I kind of got into. And it's a hobby of mine. It's not how I make my living. Short disclaimer: I don't have any paid sponsors or anything like that. I did, when I first got into it 2 years ago, tried doing Amazon affiliates, and I got back in. Tried getting back in 6 months ago on it. So some of my older videos, you'll see some tags to that. I'm no longer. However, in the meantime, since then, I did not get enough buys off of that. Just wasn't having the traffic to it, so I'm no longer an Amazon affiliate, so to speak, or actually no longer one. So none of these videos I'm getting paid for, so it's become a hobby to me. But I will say, last year, a little bit longer than a year, probably 13 months, I kind of got into, say, hey, I really didn't put probably the effort I needed to in the channel. So I kind of doubled down and started making a few videos, watching some other channels, trying to not necessarily steal their ideas, but just see what they were doing. And the big thing that I noticed, that they were putting out content every week, continuously putting out content. So a light bulb went off, said, hey, I need to do the same thing. Don't steal their content. I just need to put my own content up in the frequency that they were doing. Now, I will say that probably one of the main problems I had getting started was I was trying to do the productions that they were doing, and it didn't dawn on me till probably about maybe July or August of last year that they've been doing it. Some of these other channels, they've been doing the production for 5 or 6 years. So, but they had to start from somewhere. So I was lagging in that 5 or 6 years. So with that being said, I needed to just produce content. That's where the real big light bulb, just as Gary V or Vaynerchuk, I've watched a couple of his videos, and he just said, you just got to grind it out, man. And that's what I started doing. Also, kind of use some of the other channels as kind of a shadow mentor, so to speak, and see, try to gauge trends. One of the trends that's going on right now in the fishing niche is cook and clean. You know, they're not only catching the fish, but they're showing people how to prep, clean, and cook it. So I had done a couple of videos, but what I've noticing is in the vlogging industry, or in vlogging with my own channel, that it's almost like an animal. You start producing these videos, and all of a sudden you realize that the hardware you're using just can't keep up, or you run out of data storage, or you don't have enough RAM on your computer. So that was probably something that I didn't realize, that I got to start updating on my equipment. The more and more I do this, the more and more I got to update things and keep up with the technology changes. Especially the big thing is the video quality. I would say that a lot of my first video qualities, I tried doing higher quality, and I ran out of data storage real quick. So a big knee jerk I went to lower quality, like 540p, not even 720, some of the lower ones, just so I could get videos uploaded. Worked through some data storage issues and kind of relocated where I had videos in, so I could keep up. I eventually got up to 720p, and I am doing more in the 2 and 4K realm, but those are what I've kind of gotten to. Those was real quick, limited product content. If it's a short video, I'll try to do it in 4K, just because the data space, it'll be the same as probably a 15-minute video in 1080p. At the minimum, I do 720 under particular circumstances. Like this one, I'm using the back camera on my phone, and the highest quality it'll do is 720p. But when I'm running the GoPro, the minimum resolution I use is 1080p, and that depends on how, and I kind of gauge that depending on how long the video is, because it's rough going through and getting 3 or 4 hours of content, and then you don't have the processing speed to put a 20-minute 4K video out. So and there have been multiple times where I had some good content that I had to cut everything down within 5 or 6 minutes just to get the good part, so to speak, and put it out. But I guess the big daunting thing is these videos don't have to be perfect, and I will say that one of the things I enjoy more is kind of some of these raw and live videos. I currently can't do live because I don't have enough subscribers, but I kind of like giving a real life look at it. Like right now, while I'm driving in a truck, I can kind of talk to you guys and tell my story and more or less preserve the present that I'm in, and hopefully share with some of you up and coming YouTubers or just content makers in general that, hey, we all started from somewhere. And this is, I will still say that I'm in the baby phase, and I think some people grow up faster than others. I mean, that's like in life, especially, and then, I mean, that's life in general. So if these social channels, you know, some grow up faster, and I think that's more or less could be run by other social media trends, or they just got into the right trend to begin with. I think gaming is the hot trend to go in right now, where people just watch other people play video games, which I don't know. I'm not a big. I've played video games. I kind of go in phases. I'll play, and it's typically in the wintertime where I can't do much anyways. So I kind of go in phases. Once it gets warm up, summertime, I much rather be on the boat, so to speak. But I will say that just I've fallen in love with the process, is more or less of my own growth on becoming a vlogger, or video blogger, so to speak. So kind of some of the trials, it kind of, like I said, it's interesting. You come up and get some content, and come to find out you're 10-year-old computer, your laptop that you've been doing your editing on, or I've been doing the editing on, just can't handle it, or I switch over to my iPad, which I will say that if I didn't have the iPad, I wouldn't be doing anything, but the iPad runs out of space, so you got to go download your videos and put them onto your like cloud software or Google Drive, so you can free up space onto your iPad, so you can do some clipping and attaching different video files. And that's right now, that's all I'm using. Eventually I would like to graduate to a stouter laptop, up-to-date one, or now when I say laptop, I'm either thinking of like a gaming Windows computer or a MacBook, is what I've kind of been looking at lately. The iMac Pros, I mean, I'm in love with them, but I'm not going to spend $5,000 or $3,000 on one, unfortunately. But I'm sure, from what I've researched, they've been pretty stout systems, and will do everything that I want to do for at least a couple of years. Also looking at post-processing softwares. Right now I'm just using the iMovies off the iPad when I do editing, and like I said, it's been great for what I've been doing, and in a heartbeat I'll continue to use it. But eventually I'd like to try to graduate to either Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere Pro. Each has its plus and minuses from what I understand, but it all comes back down to starting small and working up. And I will say that it seems like in the last 6 months I've really had some good traction. I mean, it's taken a little bit more than a year, and it seems like the more I get into this, the more that other channels have had the same growth response, that the first year they pretty much don't do anything, and then all of a sudden they start spiking, and it all comes back to the amount of content you have. Like I said, hopefully at some point in time I can get paid for the work I'm doing, but like right now I'm just going to enjoy the process. That pretty much wraps it up. Again, this is kind of like a 2-year anniversary, so to speak. Wanted to thank everybody that's subscribed. I want to thank the subscribers that have been subscribed. I want to thank I like to be grateful for my health and my family being supportive, and just being able to share what I enjoy to do. And I know there's a lot of people that have the same passion and a similar hobby, so hopefully I can not only share those experiences, but hopefully you can learn from those and glean some information off of, and hopefully make your experiences better. I mean, the greatest teacher in the world is experience. So if you can learn from someone else's experience, you can. I mean, that's the whole point of going to college, so to speak, is you're learning from the experiences your professors had and how they teach. So, or school in general. And not all schools are in. I gave the reference of college, but not all schools are in the classroom. And so, I'm sorry, my hand's shaking. I'm getting ready to go over. I'm coming on an approach, getting ready to go over a bridge, but I'm going to try to sign off. Again, thank you for tuning into my channel. Thank you to the new subscribers, and I hope to keep up the good content. Like I said, I'm trying to do it better. Every video I try to do a little bit better at. Still learning the ropes. But with that, I hope everybody is safe, happy, and healthy and well with COVID-19 going around. And if you like my content, check out some of my other content. I'm gonna put a playlist at the end. Check it out. If you like it, please subscribe, give a thumbs up, and also I do take constructive criticism to heart. So if you got any comments that you think that could help my channel or help some of my videos, please leave a comment. Or if you have a question, and maybe I can try to find the answer for you. Like I said, I don't know everything, but I will give honest try to find an answer to your questions. So and opinions are free, so leave a comment, I'll respond back to it. And with that, thank you. I hope everybody has a safe and happy April 16th, Thursday, 2020, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.